Hey guys, how's it going? This is Long Nhuận. Today I'm going to give you a quick review and also to share my thoughts on this limited edition Grand Seiko SLGA001. This is a 600 meters titanium diver as part of 60th anniversary and only 700 pieces of this worldwide. I've been wearing this watch for about a week now. I'm very pleased with it so far, and I think it is a worthy upgrade to the SBGA231. If you haven't seen my full review on the SBGA231, I would suggest to check it out. When I had the chance to check this watch out in the store, one of the first thoughts that I had was maybe this watch is just too big for my small wrist. However, when I had the chance to put the watch on my wrist, it tells a different story. As you can see here, it sits very nicely on the wrist. It wraps around the wrist well and makes it like very comfortable to wear. Yeah. Sometimes when you see a big watch, it's massive, and definitely like this is not one of those. The size is a little bit misleading in a sense. So being made by high intensity titanium that is basically 40% lighter than stainless steel, it only weighs 159 grams with 4 links removed to fit on my wrist. I know a lot of people will be bashing this watch for the size and everything else, but funny enough, this individual never wore a titanium Grand Seiko for long term before. Too narrow-minded and never give the watch a chance at all, right? Just to give you a different perspective for comparison purposes, right? A 40 millimeter Submariner weighs about 160 grams. And some version can go up to 296 grams. Just think about that for a second. And the second point that I was a little bit concerned about is that when under bright lights, you can see 2 different shades of blue. For me personally, I'm more used to a plain black dial and worried that it might just attract too much attention. So let me show you what I mean by that. Let me just put on some lighting, okay? Now, can you see there's 2 shades of blue, right? And as you can imagine, at the store, there's bright lights everywhere, so that was one of my concerns. But after having this watch for about a week now, I'm very comfortable to say that the dial is just so much better than expected. When not under bright lights, it just show one solid color, like one solid dark blue color, which is very close to black. Classic looks, and it would be good for business settings. Now, my understanding of this 60th anniversary dial is that Seiko made this to replicate the sky at Mount Iwate, which is a mountain nearby the factory. Different shades of blue represents the dawn light and the sky over Mount Iwate. I'll show you a picture in comparison as well. But this is a really cool concept, and I think they have achieved the idea very well. This watch is one of the first Grand Seiko to have the new 9RA5 spring drive movement, which has 5 days of power reserve, and official accuracy of this watch is plus or minus 10 seconds per month, which is about 5 seconds better than the previous version SBGA231. The power indicator was moved from 7 o'clock to 10 o'clock position, which effectively creates some sort of a straight line to the date window at 4 o'clock position. Some people are quite concerned and dislike this layout. Personally, I don't really mind it. I think it looks cool and very well balanced on the dial. In terms of accuracy though, there has not been any deviation after a week of wearing this. So I have to keep monitoring and keep you updated on that. What I really like about Grand Seiko is that when you look closely into the dial, there's just so much details. Everything is hand polished to the highest quality on each individual components, which shines and reflect under different lighting, different angles. Just look at this. How beautiful is that? And you just can't get enough of the silky smooth sweeping second hand. It's just amazing. I can just sit here and look at this all day. So when the watch is on my wrist, basically that's what I do, right? Just keep looking at the watch. It's just so incredible. Now I wanted to show you some differences between the previous version SBGA231. The bezel itself is raised a little bit higher compared to the glass, and the gap between glass and the bezel is much smaller. One of the challenges that I had before with the SBGA231 is that whenever I go to the beach, there would be some small particle or sand getting stuck between the glass and the bezel. I hope this would fix the issue. The other thing to note here is the bracelet, right? So at the first look, it seems to be very similar to the SBGA231. However, when you look closely, you can see there's a lot more angular. So for example, if you look at this, right, it's multi-facet. Yeah, just imagine how much work they have to put into to make it shiny, each individual part of the watch. It's just incredible in a sense. Now looking into the links itself, not sure if you can see this, but it's also more flat on the edges compared to a more rounded look on the SBGA231. So one of the comments that I can make here is this watch looks more manly. It represents strength compared to the SBGA's very elegant and beautiful look. Now a lot of people they dislike how Grand Seiko design the clasps here, saying that it's not well designed, well thought out, and after 3 years of wearing the same style a bracelet and clasps, I think this is quite well designed in a sense that it's secured, it's comfortable on the hand, and it's just very easy to adjust, right? So if you're wearing a swimsuit, you can just adjust it very easily, right? And this is what it looks like at the back. So you got 60th anniversary 1960 to 2020, and this particular serial number is 173 out of 700. How special is this? 1 out of 700 pieces in the world. Let me show you what the bezel rotation sounds like. It is definitely more stiffer than the SBGA231. Very precise. Overall, this watch meets my 3 main criteria. First is a sport watch that can be worn for all occasions. Second is accuracy. And third is comfort. Now, this watch isn't for everyone. So if you don't fantasize about the smooth sweeping motion of the second hand. You're looking at a smaller watch, for example, or a watch that get a lot of attention and show status, then you have a lot more options out there. However, if accuracy is important, a watch that amazes you with incredible details every time you look at it, a watch that not many people know about, then this is the watch that can be a long-term companion. With only 700 of these in the world, the likelihood of having two in the same room is extremely low. Once this watch is sold out, demand will increase and it will continue to hold its value. That's it for today, guys. If you have any questions, let me know and I will make another follow-up video to share my thoughts on how accurate this new movement is. That's it for now. Bye.